The end of the NBA season is coming to a conclusion here. The NBA season is going to end in roughly about 3 weeks. I think the final day is April 14th. So, as of me recording this, there are only 3 weeks left. And then the NBA season is done, and we get to move on to the playoffs. And even though there are a lot of close games here in terms of seeding, like what I mean by that is, for example, look at the Cleveland Cavaliers all the way down to the Philadelphia 76ers. There's only 5 games in between the 3 seed and the 8 seed. The Cavaliers and the Knicks are only a game apart for the 3 and the 4 seed. There's so many close battles, and I could not care. I could not care. I straight up could not care. And I don't know if this is just me or if this is other people as well, but with how many close battles there are and how many, who's going to get the 3 seed? Who's going to get this? I could not care because it's very obvious that it's going to be the Celtics versus the Nuggets in the NBA Finals. And just whatever else happens just clearly doesn't matter. Starting in the East, or let me just back this all up. What do you mean the Celtics and the Nuggets are clearly going to be in the finals? If you don't think the Celtics are going to be in the finals, who honestly do you think is going to beat the Celtics in a 7-game series? Atlanta Hawks suck. The Bulls suck. Yes, the 76ers are going to get back Joel Embiid for the playoffs, and the 76ers could be the team that faced the Celtics in the first round. Joel Embiid has never even made it to the conference finals. Dude has yet to make it out of the divisional round. The 76ers, until Joel Embiid actually makes it out of the divisional round, I'm not going to believe that they have the ability to. You really think that the 76ers are going to beat the Celtics in a 7-game series? I don't think so. Miami Heat, you know what? Maybe they could. Last year they were an 8 seed and beat a 1 seed, but the Celtics are just on a much different level than the Bucks were last year. Maybe the Miami Heat have some playoff hopes in them, but as of right now and how it stands, I don't see that happening. The Indiana Pacers, I already made a video on why they're ass. I don't trust them to do anything. Orlando Magic, I'm really happy that they're here for them. It's a good story. I love Banchero. But the Magic they'll maybe be able to win 1 series. Not that many. They have a very young team. They lack playoff experience. The New York Knicks, they're a good team. They're not better than the Celtics at all. The Cleveland Cavaliers, they might be the most overrated team in here. Cleveland Cavaliers are so overrated. They just beat the crap out of bad teams, but then when it comes to good teams, they lose. There was a chart. Let me see if I can find it. I tried to find the chart and I couldn't, but pretty much the Cleveland Cavaliers have a really damn good record against teams with a losing record, but against teams with a winning record, the Cleveland Cavaliers are not that good. I'll just have to go pull up their schedule to show this. Brooklyn, losing record. Or I guess at the time, I mean, they were 1-0. They lost to OKC, who has a winning record, Indiana, who has a winning record, New York, who has a winning record, again, Indiana. I guess this is earlier in the season, but even now going back to it, they beat the Bulls, good for them. They beat Washington, good for them. They beat the Grizzlies, good for them. Detroit, San Antonio, but lost the 76ers, lost the Magic, lost the 76ers again. Congrats, you beat Detroit. Oh, they actually beat Boston. This might be their only good game on here. Lost to Atlanta, beat the Timberwolves while they were hurt. You know, I don't trust the Cleveland Cavaliers at all to do anything. Hell, I might even pick the Cleveland Cavaliers to be a first-round exit. I'm going to be honest with you. Maybe not. If it's Cleveland Cavaliers versus Indiana Pacers, that's going to be a battle of ass right there. The Milwaukee Bucks, you know what? They're a really good team. Unfortunately, they did hire Doc Rivers. They're not making the finals. They are not making the finals. The Boston Celtics are clearly winning the East. I don't know anyone who's going to tell me otherwise, unless you're a fan of the team. I could see maybe some delusional Knicks fans thinking that they're going to make it to the finals. Seriously? Seriously? Oh, but when all of our entire team's healthy, we have a really good record. You know what? Good for you, Knicks fans. Stay delusional. Please stay delusional. Boston Celtics are easily beating the East. We then go over to the Western Conference here, and I don't know how any team's beating the Nuggets in 7. The Denver Nuggets are just so damn good in crunch time. It's unbelievable. Going back up to the Celtics here, sorry. The one criticism I have heard about the Celtics, and I do believe in, is that the Celtics aren't good in crunch time. You watch a Celtics game and they'll be up by 15 points going into the fourth quarter, and then it's a close game towards the end because the Celtics just for some reason the fourth quarter just aren't that good. Really damn good in the first 3 quarters. And even if you look at like Jason Tatum's stats, really damn good in the first half. Second half still pretty good, but not as good. Jason Tatum is one of the lower clutch shooters in the league. So that's the one criticism that the Celtics have, is that come crunch time, they're not that good. However, they're already up by 15 to 20 points going into the fourth quarter, where it doesn't really matter. The Denver Nuggets are the exact opposite of the Celtics, where they'll be a close game going into the fourth, but then pull away in the fourth and just win in crunch time. If you look here, they only have a plus 4.5 winning differential, but they're 50 and 21. They're winning 7 out of 10 games, but only have a 4.5 winning differential, which is pretty crazy. But the reason that is because the Nuggets are winning all these close games. The Nuggets just mentally have that step on you. Jokic, best player in NBA, will just make shots that you look at him like, I defended that perfectly, and he still made it. He mentally wears down on opponents, and that's why the Nuggets won last year. Obviously, they have raw talent. But something that goes into that is their just mental game with you and how they just can mentally wear you out. And in a 7-game series, I don't see how anyone's beating the Nuggets. I think there's one team that maybe the OKC Thunder could win. But that's only if the OKC Thunder get the 1 seed and the Nuggets get the 2 seed and they play each other in the finals and OKC gets home court advantage. The Nuggets at home and OKC Thunder at home are both really damn good. As you can see, you're 28-6 and 28-7. But again, let me go down the list and explain why none of these teams are beating the Nuggets. Golden State Warriors. The Warriors have Curry, and that's about it. Klay Thompson has regressed into nothing. Draymond Green has become a professional MMA player. Besides that, I can't really think of any other Golden State Warrior players. I know that they have Andrew Wiggins, but I don't even know if he's still playing. I know he's constantly having mental health issues. The Warriors, they might not even make it to the playoffs. The Rockets here have been on a very hot run and can push the Warriors out. I don't even know if the Warriors are going to make it to the playoffs. Lakers, Denver Nuggets have the Lakers number. Yes, the Lakers could potentially make it as an 8 seed, but the Denver Nuggets have the Lakers number. The Denver Nuggets are not going to lose to the Lakers. The Dallas Mavericks, every single time I watch a Dallas Mavericks game, the announcers are like, oh, the Dallas Mavericks are so good. They have the potential to beat anyone. And while I can agree with them, I think the Dallas Mavericks are good enough that they could beat the Nuggets once or twice. They aren't beating them 4 straight times. The Dallas Mavericks have Luka and Kyrie, 2 of the best point guards in the league. Don't have crap after that. They have Tim Hardaway Jr. Woo! You know, after Luka and Kyrie, the Dallas Mavericks don't have too much, and I'm not too worried about them. They're the 8 seed for a reason. And like I said here, look at this 6, 7, 8 seed battle. 8, 8.5, 8.5. You know what? In most years, I remember last year, it was a really close battle, and I loved watching it towards the stretch here. Just this year, it's like, it's going to be Nuggets Celtics. Like, that's my mindset. It's going to be Nuggets Celtics, so none of this crap back here matters. Yeah, it's still fun to watch. I'm not saying it's not fun to watch, but I'm saying in terms of seeding, I just don't really care who gets what seed because I know the Nuggets are winning. Sacramento Kings, they're a good team. They're just not there yet. The Kings on any given night can be a really good team, but they just lose these games that they should easily win, and just the Kings sometimes just lay eggs. You can't do that against the Nuggets team. Phoenix Suns, what a disappointment. Just what an absolute disappointment the Phoenix Suns are. They tried to be the next Warriors by The Warriors traded for Kevin Durant, and the Suns trade for Kevin Durant. Then they trade for Bradley Beal. They're starting four of Booker, Kevin Durant, Bradley Beal, Grayson Allen. They can't stay healthy ever. One of them's always hurt. Grayson Allen's actually been playing pretty damn good for the Suns, but this Suns team just can't put it together. They're like a better Hawks, in my opinion, where they have really good talent, just they can't put it together. New Orleans Pelicans, this has been a fun little run for them. They're playing really damn good ball right now. They aren't beating the Nuggets in 4. Let's be real here. They aren't beating the Nuggets in 4. The Pelicans have been playing really good. I like how they've been playing. They aren't beating the Nuggets. Come on, let's be serious here. Clippers, same exact thing. Also, the Clippers, again, are just a team that just historically doesn't show up in the playoffs. Paul George in playoff time might be that needs to be studied, how good Paul George is in the regular season and how bad he is in the NBA playoffs. Paul George just completely falls off a cliff. And I don't think that... And James Harden has on and off games. I remember last year for the 76ers, James Harden had like 2 games where he dropped 40 points, but then he also had, 5 games where he had 15 points or less. Kind of crazy on that. Minnesota Timberwolves. I just don't trust the Timberwolves. Yeah, Cat just got hurt. Who knows if he's going to even be back for the playoffs. Anthony Edwards is the biggest stat patter I've ever seen. Maybe not ever seen, but at least this season, he's the biggest stat patter. Dude dropped 60 points in a game that they lost. Come on, man. I just don't trust the Timberwolves right now. The Nuggets also beat the Timberwolves last year, and the Timberwolves have essentially the same exact team. And then that goes on to the OKC Thunder. OKC Thunder is playing really damn good right now. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander and Chet Holmgren are a really damn good 1-2 combo. I don't think they're as good as Jokic and Murray. I don't think that's a hot take. I think there isn't a better 1-2 combo than Jokic and Murray, and everyone can kind of agree on that. Oklahoma City Thunder, potentially, and this is the only matchup that I'm actually like, oh crap, let's see what happens between the Thunder and Denver Nuggets, because like I said, if the Thunder do get the 1 seed and the Nuggets are the 2 seed and they play each other in the conference finals and the Thunder have home field advantage, then maybe I could see the Thunder beating the Nuggets. Because the Denver Nuggets aren't going to lose at home in a 7-game series. And if they do lose at home, they're going to lose one time. Let's say you're going up against the Nuggets in 7, right? And they're 3-1 at home. 3-1 at home. That means in your 3 away games, you have to go perfect. And you can't let the Nuggets win a single away game. You have to be perfect at home. Because the Nuggets are going to be perfect at home 4-0. Or maybe you can get 1 win off of them and they'll be 3-1. Okay, I'm pretty sure last year in the playoffs, the Nuggets only lost 1 game at home, and that was in the finals. If I remember correctly, they lost game 2 of the finals to the Miami Heat, and that was a Nuggets home game. But besides that, the Nuggets didn't lose at home. Nuggets did not lose at home. So that's why if the OKC Thunder have home field advantage, then things get a little bit different. Because now the OKC Thunder have that home field advantage over the Denver Nuggets. But the Nuggets, they have a real playoff, or not the Nuggets, the Thunder have a real playoff issue. Lack of experience. That's a real issue. You look at football with Tom Brady and all of his playoff experience that helped him win games. I like to go to the very first year that Mahomes made it to the conference championship was Kansas City versus New England. And Brady won that game. Even though the Chiefs were the up-and-coming team, Mahomes, who lacked playoff experience, lost to the veteran Super Bowl winner. Same exact thing could be said here. I know they're 2 completely different sports. That's just the analogy that I'm using, right? Is that the Denver Nuggets won last year. They have the experience. They have the mental games. And can a young OKC Thunder team beat the Nuggets in that mental game? I don't know. I personally like the Nuggets to win. But I do think the Thunder could give them a run for their money. But like I said, that's why I'm not really worried about any of these seeding games here. Because at the end of the day, the Boston Celtics are going to make it to the finals for the East. And in the West, it's probably going to be the Nuggets. The only other team I could see maybe doing it being the Thunder. I still am going to love watching these games. I still love watching the NBA. I've been watching March Madness. I'm not saying that the NBA isn't fun to watch at all. I'm just saying in terms of seeding, I don't really care what the seeding is because I already know what's going to happen and who's going to make it to the finals. And my Atlanta Hawks suck ass. I personally wish they would just lose every damn game so that they would be out of the play-in. But now the Atlanta Hawks are going to just lose in the first game to the Bulls, so I'll get to watch them play one play-in game and just get smoked. Maybe if they get lucky, they'll beat the Bulls, but then they're going to get absolutely whipped by the Heat or the 76ers. But anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching this video. I just wanted to share my thoughts on how I was feeling about the NBA seeding. Let me know in the comments below if you agree or disagree with what I have to say, and peace.